the same thing happened here with Bondi, I think, trying to imitate Trump. She was trying to be, do the same like Trumpisms, but it came off really bad. Instead, she looked like the personification of like the Karen meme online by saying like, well, you didn't answer my question, so I'm not going to answer yours. It was
Right.
really childish. And I also thought there was an unforced error in there as well. Like when they said, will you turn around and say something to the victims? I thought the Democrats actually gave her an opportunity to say something like, yeah, I'm sorry, the previous DOJ has all failed you, but ours actually released the file, something like that. But instead, she wouldn't even turn around. And I think it added to the perception that this is someone who serves one person and doesn't care about the American people.
Well, there's a couple of things to that. Unforced errors should be should be put on and emblazoned on a jacket and given to every member of the Trump administration. Most of the errors are unforced, but to the bigger point, I know for a fact from talking to some of the members of Trump's current and former staff that the president himself wasn't too happy with what happened with Pam Bondage when she was in front of Congress. And there is now widening speculation that she may be the first to be asked to go, but that's not going to be true because Oingo Boingo Bongino was already canned. But she could be the largest face yet to be kicked or thrown under the bus. And those, I don't know. Will he do it? Won't he do it? He likes keeping people because he thinks it makes him look weak if he has to fire people. I get that. But at some point in time, if he's going to suffer, just ask Michael Cohen, he'll throw anybody under the bus. He'll grind them all under the wheels if at all possible. So I don't know. I really don't know where it goes. But I do know that this week we also have to talk about the DHS shutdown. This is a record amount of times that the U.S. government has, under one president, has either had a partial or full shutdown. And I don't know how he's spinning it to his benefit. Blaming the evil Democrats, it only can go so far. And DHS, like I said, I was talking with senators, including Bernie Sanders and Chris Coon, and it was funny talking to even some of the Republicans. The Democrats have a list of things they want out of DHS. But even some of the Republicans, like Thomas Massey from Kentucky, is going, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to vote for this kind of stuff. We're not a police state. So I don't know. I'll let you start with that one, Nolan. I don't know how long this lasts or if it lasts long at all. But it is another example of the problems that Donald Trump has in getting his agenda across, because he's now stopped the government at least partially 3 times in he's only been here a year. So it doesn't bode well for the rest of the 3 years, should he live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is the unfair advantage Republicans always have, though, because they say government doesn't work, and then they get in office and prove it.
And they prove
so
it.
Actually, so it works to their advantage. But I actually think this may hurt the Democrats. There was a lot of rage, rightfully so, 2 weeks ago about what was going on in Minnesota, but the American public have a short memory. And in the meantime, Trump has changed the leadership. He even said we're not going to send ICE on peaceful protesters, and now they're supposedly pulling federal troops out of Minnesota. I wonder how much of that rage lingers enough to where people are going to continue to support the Democrats in the shutdown, because ICE still gets to operate at least through September. What's really going to take a hit is like the TSA and Coast Guard. And I could see, the public being frustrated with that this isn't actually solving anything. And their messenger out there right now seems to be Chuck Schumer, who is not really popular amongst the party. And that's who they're sending out to explain that actually we're going to try and go retroactively take
Schumer fans.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're trying to make the case we're going to retroactively take funding, and we're going to, put these new things in place, such as ICE having to remove their masks and the judicial warrants. But I just wonder how much it's going to resonate when ICE is able to operate anyways.